What we're doing today is a very special tower that I wanted to try out, and I don't think that I have ever actually went through my chimps playlist, which are videos that I uploaded like a couple of years ago, and I stopped doing the chimps guides. But what I noticed is that I had never in my entire life done a chimps video where I bought the XXXL Trap, the NG Trap. So that's exactly what we're doing in this video. So this thing got a huge buff. This thing only got its price nerf. That's actually, was it only the price? This trap is just so ridiculously cheap now, and let me just give you guys a comparison of how cheap this thing is. When the tower came out, it used to cost $64,800 on chimps mode. Now it costs, let me just show you guys, $51,840. That is a $13,000 difference, and I think the tower is even stronger than it used to be. I want to buy this thing. I actually wanted to do Peninsula Chimps. I wanted to do a little bit of a different challenge with this one. I wanted to have the trap on the first island because that is, well, it's the most difficult island to have it on, right? Because if you have it at the back, you can kind of split the balloons and blow them back or whatever, but I wanted to have it on the first one and then try and save up for it. So that's the plan for this one, but how are we playing the melee game? I have no idea, so that's what we're going to try and figure out with this one. So I'm kind of going for the Millipede Druid just to kind of stabilize as usual, I would say. This is going to be an issue. I feel like these pinks are going to be a little bit too strong for us. So the sub is on strong. I think I should have this guy last probably. Is that going to be good? Maybe we need to upgrade the dart. I'm really scared about this one. Maybe I should place a stack of spikes. That's one stack. Nope. Okay, so I knew that was going to be a problem. So let me try pickling the sub. I feel like that's a good idea, right? Because the sub does 1 damage, but it's fairly consistent and it's got homing projectiles, so that should be good enough. I mean, it's not gonna be good enough if it misses projectiles. Did I say misses projectiles? I'm kind of focused on placing these guys. I meant if it misses its shots, but there we go, we defended. So I guess this was a kind of a good idea. It's +1 damage, but it's doing its job for now. Is this gonna be kind of like a chimps guide? I don't think it is, honestly. I mean, if you guys, I'm not sure how the remainder of this game is gonna go, but if someone wants to follow this, should I kind of try and make it as easy as possible? I think I should, although my videos are usually not meant like that. Let me just do this, by the way. Switch it on first for a second, just so we get this. So divine targeting is basically what the druid targeting is on. So if you have it on first, it kind of cleans up. Okay, let me start getting ready for the trap, because this druid is not going to hold on by itself for a very long time. So let me get this thing. I think I'm going to get the sentry crosspad, but should I be getting it now? It's fine. I already bought it actually, but I think it's fine. Wait a second. We're going to need the camp potion as soon as possible. Please. Yes, nice. I kind of forgot about camos. Okay, so I might have played myself by doing that, by buying this trap actually. Maybe I should have left it as the, what's the previous sub we call? It's the double. I think I should have left it up there, and I shouldn't have bought this thing, because I wanted to get the Moab Shove, so I kind of didn't know what to do about the mid game, because here's the thing. This tower is like 3.7k, and the XXXL Trap is 51. So the save up from this to this isn't exactly good, because this is not exactly the balloon trap. The small one isn't exactly a mid-game tower that you can just place and is going to defend by itself up until you reach the tier 5. Okay, so I'm going to start by trying to get a heli. This is going to be a 202 heli. This guy's not getting buffed by anything, and one of the ceramics is going to go as soon as it appears. But I feel like this is not going to do it. Yeah, we have a little bit of an issue. Okay, so take a look at this invention that I came up with. I bought a 100 heli, and with the remaining cash, I bought a 210 alchemist. Now the one I shouldn't have bought, this should have been a 200, but this is going to do extra damage to the Moab, and it's going to do extra damage to the ceramics. Let's see where it pops. I think this is good. I think I played myself. Okay, I invested way too much cash into this thing. So I bought a couple of Jerry's fires. I placed the glue here, and hopefully this is going to be enough. And if it's not, then I'm just going to... I think it's going to be enough. Actually, move the sniper on first. There we go. That was a way too... Let me just turn back all hard. That was a way too close of a round. So I even upgraded this up to 002. But I kind of played myself by upgrading to the trap. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just went for the Moab Shaft Heli. And I think this is going to be perfect, because the Heli is going to hold off these Moab class balloons, and eventually with the trap, and then everything is going to be, I guess, getting pushed back into this thing. And I'm even going to micro it if necessary, because I'm not opposed to that, I don't think, as of yet. So 49 is going to have a bunch of ceramics, and let's just see what's the capacity of these traps. I think it was like 5 ceramics, and a bunch of them are going to go in. Yeah, there we go. So what's the drop time of this trap? It's kind of fast. It's kind of fast, honestly. I mean, a couple of them sure made it to this side, and we've got this thing well, the Jerry's Fire is going to expire, but I think it's time for us to buy this thing, the Comanche Defense. So this is one of the I feel like, I mean, I know that I wanted to talk about the bottom path trap, but I feel like we have to talk about this thing a little bit as well, because if you guys know how this thing works, the bottom pad, so it says automatically calls them mini Comanches when they're most needed. But when they're most needed, what it actually means is that every, I think it was 25, 50%, and then 75% of the track, a new heli gets called in. So for example, if the Bloons make it to, like, I think this portion where my mouse is about 25% of the track, that's where you're gonna get one heli. 50% you get 2 helis, and then 75 you get 3 helis. But here's the thing, if the first one disappears, like for example this one here, like, it's gonna disappear. And now, did you guys see that? When the Bloons reach the 50% threshold, the first one gets recalled back. So it's not like it's only one at a time, but they just keep getting recalled. And I feel like this is just a perfect tower for a map like this, and I think it turned out well. Like, I came into this without a plan for the mid game, but you know what? This Comanche, I think that this is gonna work out very nice with these price buffs on both of these towers. Okay, so let's use 2 glues on this one. The trap is gonna help a little bit. It's gonna absorb, like, I think like 5 ceramics in total, but let's see how many. Okay, that's very good. So we only got 2 activated. That's very good. That's very good. Let's get ready for the other ones. So let me, as soon as they appear actually, because I want to get the ceramics themselves, not the small balloons. And now the last wave, I feel like I don't want to be using any. Oh my god, am I gonna mess it up? No, please hold. Yes, yes, very good. I really like stuff like this one, like these small changes that allow us to do these interesting strategies. I don't think that the Comanche Commander into the trap strategy was impossible before, but now it's like $10,000 cheaper to do it. So you know what? This is a lot more accessible to everyone. I feel like what BT6 needs is price nerfs. I don't want to buy. I know that I have the money, and I've had the money for a while for these guys, but I don't want to buy them. So let's have the. Are these 3 gonna be enough? Oh my gosh, should I be clicking some buttons? I mean, maybe get the glue or what? Please don't disappear. Please don't disappear right now. I mean, I'm ready with a trap, but oh my god, they disappeared. They absolutely did. Is this guy gonna hold on by itself? I don't think he is. He held on. That's my bad. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I need to use one more again, I think. Oh my god, that was ridiculous. No, he held on. I could have done that with only one trap, with only one maelstrom, but that's fine. So I know that I have the money for the Comanche Commander, but I'm having these intrusive thoughts, I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to buy it. I want to get the trap first. Are we gonna hold on? Is that even possible? I mean, do we have to do some shenanigans like we did on this previous round? I feel like we might have to. I mean, I do have another trap ready. Let's see how these guys defend. I feel like they got this. Yeah, they got this. It's only one more, but that's very good. So the cooldown is going to reset for this round, and I feel like we do this thing. I think we absolutely use the glue, at least one of the glues, so that we don't trigger all 3 helis for this round. So only 2, please. No, that's going to be 3 helis. Okay, so let's try and find a way to only trigger 2 helis so that we have the 3 helis ready for the second ceramic wave. So I'm going to use a sharpening stone. This is a little bit stronger. It only affects the main one, but I think it's better than nothing. I'm going to use this thing. I'm going to use the idol, and then as soon as these guys appear, I'm going to try the same thing with the glue. So hopefully this time is better with the sharpening stone and with the idol, and then the glue maybe it's going to do something. Oh my god, this idol is blowing so many of them back. That's only 1 heli that we got summoned. Okay, so in comes the second ceramic wave, but the thing is, this is going to be an all camo wave, and this thing cannot see camo, so I need to give camo detection to Geraldo actually, so that the totem can see camo and it's going to blow back these guys. And I think I'm going to use the glue anyways. And is this even? This is no bueno. This is, I barely got that. That is, wow, that was so clutch. I can't believe I got that actually. That was very close. This thing used to be 64.8. It used to be 65,000, guys. Like, this wouldn't have been happening if this was like, I don't know, just a few updates ago, I feel like. So let me buy it now. We actually got it. Okay, so now that we got a game-winning tower, we are going to need, let me actually, oh, why can't I sell this? I think this should be sellable in chimps mode, but I'm playing a challenge, and I feel like if you don't allow selling, it's gonna work on the entire thing. Okay, so here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get an ice tower, actually just an Arctic Wind into a snowstorm probably to increase its range, because I want to place some land towers over there. But I feel like I should probably go for the top hat, because that allows it to affect Moab class balloons. Okay, so we can support this thing in a couple of ways. Attack speed is not gonna help. A camo detection is not, well, camo detection is going to help, but I could just give it like a Geraldo camo potion, and that's going to be fine. And I think this one is going to be amazing. The ice, because of that, because you can just use the ability, you can slow these balloons just for a second, and then the trap is going to reset, and we have the faster cooldown and everything. I don't think I'm getting attack speed. I think I should just probably go for the bottom path, honestly, in this guy, and I should get camo, because all of them are going to need camo. So let me do it like that. First off, let me get the glue. This is going to be a Moab glue, and are we doing fine? I feel like we are. So I guess the goal of this thing is just not to have any balloon get past this line where my mouse is and where the trap is. If anything gets past that, it's either going to have to get blown back into a trap or it's going to be GG. Look at that, this is going to be 4 0MGs that are going to disappear in a second. That's number 2, that's number 3, that's number 4. Pack them up, pack them up. Okay, so we're going to need some stall towers. Actually, what else stalls besides these boomerangs? I think we're going to get a couple of them. That's number 1. Let's see where can I place these guys. So I think I might have kind of played myself by going for the... Well, I think I actually played myself by going for the Tompat Ice because the range is going to be a lot smaller onto this Arctic Wind. But at the same time, we kind of need it because it affects small class balloons like that. But the problem is, I'm not seeing a spot for a second boomer. Okay, I'm gonna need to do some shenanigans to expand this guy's range. So I'm gonna give it the invisibility potion, which gives it extra range. And now with this extra range, I should be able to place an extra boomer somewhere if this... Oh my god, does the range... Does the extra range actually not affect the aura? Because visually it does, but I still can't place my boomer anywhere. So I feel like this might be... Am I looking at a bug? Because this looks like the exact same thing, although its range is like... I think it's like 15 or 20% bigger. Okay, so let's do it like this. Let's get the main Moab and let's get the shrapnel onto this thing, and then this should be fine. I mean, this should keep like the strongest balloons in place. And then it's only gonna be one boomer. I mean, that's very disappointing. I wanted it to be like at least 2 of them. Let's freeze these guys, and there we go. Okay, a couple more DDTs incoming. So if the trap fills up, I'm gonna need to freeze them. So let's watch this thing. No, it doesn't, but we are definitely gonna need to do that for 95. So actually, you know what we could do? Can I feel a small footprint tower at least in this? No. And this is just to get ready for... Let's just watch this one. I'm getting this tower for 95, but let's just watch this one in particular. I might actually need more than one Sabo. I wish I had more boomerangs, guys. Come on, these boomerangs would have held them up so nicely. I think I should use the Sabo right now, actually. Was that a mistake? Where do I place one more boomerang? Like, I just want one more. Actually, if I had the opportunity, I would have probably placed like 2 more. But please, just give me one more. Okay, so the Sabo is not coming off cooldown in time. So this is probably going to be an interesting one. We're going to have to use the Ice ability as well. So as soon as the trap fills up, I'm going to use the Ice ability. Then it looks like the Sabo is going to come off cooldown. So just watch the trap and do it like that. Freeze them for a second. The Sabo is up and we ate them. It ate them. It's fine. Hold them in place, please. Okay, we ran into a little bit of an issue with this one. So those DDTs are going to leak. And I have a question. If the DDTs and the Moabs get absorbed, does that trigger the Relentless Glue? We have to put that to the test. So let's buy it now. Let's see if it actually works like that. Okay, so exact same thing. As soon as the trap fills up, use the ability. So probably like, I mean, they are getting stunned by the Relentless Glue. It just, oh my god, one of them leaked. How do I pop that one? I mean, maybe I do this, maybe I do that. Why aren't you attacking the DDT? Hello? Okay, so I got Spike Storm going. That's barely enough money for the White Hot Spikes. And I feel like if these guys leak now, I should probably use, yeah, I'm gonna use the ability immediately. So I guess we're gonna pop these guys. What are we doing? Geraldo, this thing, and then do it like this. And then is this gonna be enough? Please pop. I'm gonna have the trap up. Oh my god, that was ridiculous. That was actually ridiculous. I can't believe these things. Yeah, I don't know. I think my mic spiked or something like that for the previous round. So I'm not sure if there's gonna be commentary on it. But that was just a ridiculous round 95. I know that we're losing on this one, but I just want to say this might even end the run, I feel like, because you only have 1.4k. But this is beyond ridiculous. Oh my god. Let's freeze these guys. I'm gonna need the trap as soon as possible, please. Now these 45 mobs, they're doing a lot of work. I mean, the boomerang, that was a great push. I wish I had 2 boomerangs, guys. I'm gonna be honest, I messed up with the placement. I wish I had 2 boomerangs. Oh, that was a good... I'm gonna need you guys. I'm gonna need the helis. But is this a little bit too much for the trap? It looks like it. I'm gonna trigger the Sabo now. I'm gonna freeze everything. So there's 2 BFBs that made it past. Oh no, they didn't. What? Wait, what happened to those guys? Are we actually beating this round? I don't know, if it's only the ZMGs, we're gonna eat them up. Like, they're just super slow. The trap is gonna trigger onto them, and I think we actually have this thing. I'm so happy with this one. And here's what I want to do. I think I'm gonna have to trigger the genie. I mean, that's about it, guys. There's no other way around this thing. I'm also gonna buy the Relentless Glue now, because this thing is gonna trigger. Because we didn't have damage previously, but now that we do, the stun is gonna trigger a little bit more often. You know what? I'm probably gonna want to save at least either the Sabo or... Nah, there's no way we save anything. Let me just keep using these abilities. Maybe buy one more Sabo. We're gonna need a Sabo for sure. And let's... Oh, you know what I could do? I could do one more. I mean, the space is being used. Ah, there we go. That was a little bit late on the placement, but we have one more Sabo. We're gonna have the ice ability up, but I mean, as I'm saying all these things, like Bloons are kind of leaking. So let me freeze them, and hopefully the genie cleans up. How many samples do we have? So this one is... No, that's not gonna be on cooldown. Oh, we have the ability to refresh, actually. So I shouldn't be that much... I think I'm gonna keep at least one regen potion. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the Sabo so that I allow the genie to do as much damage as possible. And you know what? I'm probably even gonna use the ice ability again. And then I'm probably gonna use the Sabo and use the regen potion to refresh everything. So... Sabo, like that. Use the regen potion. We only need like $2,000, I feel like. For the bat, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough actually now that I think about this. Let's freeze them again. Everything's getting pushed back, that's very good. The Sabo is still ongoing, but it's going to end in a second, so let's use the other one. I mean, everything is getting pushed, but this trap, how much damage is this trap doing? Like, is the genie helping a little bit? Because I feel like it's popping the small balloons and that's not really helpful, but I should probably... I'm going to drop a glue, that's way too bad for the glue. But this is probably the best one that we had so far. That's 3 helis triggered. And we take it down. We take it down. 2 more rounds. Okay. Is there still hope for us, guys? I don't know if there is, but I should buy the second genie right about now, I feel like, with these 45 DDTs. And I want to save... maybe I should have bought it a little bit earlier. Is this going to be fine? I guess we use this? Is that even a good idea? Do I have a glue? I have a glue. But I think everything is... Yeah, everything's popping. So it's only around 100. It's around 100 with $10,000. Well, we do have kind of a setup. We have a genie going, but I feel like this trap is just in such a bad spot. And I know that it is because I said at the beginning I want to have it over here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for this ability, for the Spike Storm ability to come off cooldown. I'm going to use it and I'm going to refresh it. So there we go. Let's refresh it. Let's use it again. And hopefully... Oh my god, was that DDTs? We actually popped it. I'm going to do this. Let me place... all of these guys because that's where we're gonna spend all our money. These mines are gonna do like 2,000 damage, I think, in total. I think I've done the maths on this one, by the way. That's why I'm kind of confident in the amount of damage that they do. So let me place all 10 of these guys. As soon as the Spike Storm comes off cooldown, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna refresh it with a regen potion. I mean, you know what? At this point, let's refresh it again. And as soon as this thing pops, we need to freeze the DDTs. Right now, we froze them. Let me get these guys now over here. Jerry's Fire. Use the Sabo. How are we doing? We've got Maelstroms. Am I even going to do this? Let me use one of the Maelstroms. Let's get ready with the second one. I mean, these guys are not popping. Let me use the second one. One more. I only have one more Maelstrom. Let's use it at the back. Please hold. Yes, yes, we got it. Yes, we beat this thing. I'm so happy that we beat that. But this guy Geraldo, I swear to God, this XXL Trap, it got all of the balloons, but this guy Geraldo was the absolute MVP of this run. I mean, holy, what a hero this is. This is the reason why he's my favorite hero. He just has an answer to everything. That's amazing. It was a lot of ability timings as well and stuff like that, but this was such a fun run. I'm so glad I did this. But that's the power of the XXL Trap. We didn't buy the Comanche Commander, which means that we're gonna save it for another video. But for now, that's gonna be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because this was really fun to play. And you know what? Use code EthanReed in the blue store if you guys want to support the channel a little bit. And that is gonna be it for this one. I will see you all in the next one.